Seconds out, Eamon Khan here with Spencer Fearon in the aftermath of a heroic effort there by Anthony Yarde, has to be said, but unfortunately on the losing end against Artur Beterbiev.
I did say to you yesterday, there's flaws that's going to be exploited, and loads of your guys in your comments and everything else say what you're talking about, Spencer. Is Spencer on drugs? I was only saying because he's Tundi. No, the flaws inside of Beterbiev were exploited. Anthony Yarde exposed Beterbiev. But the thing about it is this, is that Beterbiev is so well-rounded, and his experiences in dogfights, his experiences in that toughness, which unfortunately Anthony Yarde didn't have, right? And I thought it was an excellent performance by Anthony Yarde. I had him up on points. I had him up by two rounds, right? So at the time of the stoppage. And that was me being totally honest and not being biased. So, and everyone else could say like, right, I'd like to see the scorecards of what the judges had it as well, right? But I think Anthony Yarde can come back again if he wants to come back again. I'm very, very proud of him. I said that yesterday when I was with you. I'm saying it again today. And his stock will rise off of the back of this performance, 1,000,000%, because nobody hasn't stuck it on Beterbiev like how Anthony Yarde did. Nobody, right? And he did that, and it's like, and he's so brave. Because certain of the shots were hurt, you can't tell me they were hurting, and he would like brush them off because he wanted it so much. His desire was just there, he was on point. But you know what? He comes second best to a better man who is the best light heavyweight in the world, right? I still think that Bivol will beat Beterbiev though, because styles make fights. I think Bivol will beat him.
Spencer, there were moments there where Anthony rocked Beterbiev, we all saw it. Do you think that maybe on another night he could have maybe forced it a little bit more and got the stoppage?
Well, the thing about it is this, is like, if he went out there on the times where he did rock Beterbiev and then he went out guns blazing, and then, you know what, he tried to empty the tank and then he couldn't keep on going, then we'd look on that and think like, inexperience. So he was trying to take his time, trying to bide his time. So it's like, you know the old adage, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, you know?
Spencer, it was the corner who pulled the fight. Right decision in your eyes?
Yes. You know what I mean? Better too early than too late. And I've grown up with Tundi. I know how difficult that decision was for him. But Tundi always says, you know what I mean, don't be selfish, but be selfless. And lots of times he's been under a lot of criticism that he tries to make it about himself and blah, 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 blah. The compassion that he showed there, he didn't make it about himself. He was saying like, everything is about my fighter. And you know what I mean? And we'll come back another day.
Spencer, final couple of questions from me. Do you believe still Anthony Yarde will eventually win a world title?
Well, if he wants to come back and fight, definitely. You know what I mean? Right. If he wants to come back and fight, which I believe that he will do, I'm very proud of him. I'm very, very proud of him, of everything that he's gone through. Like, I mean, the passing of his family members a few years ago, him losing his title to Lyndon Arthur, him coming back, knocking out Lyndon Arthur, you know what I mean? And then having a shot at 3 of the world titles, at light heavyweight and the lineal championship as well, all the credit in the world. But I'd like to add this again. The man that I just saw today in Beterbiev would not have beat Michael Spinks, right? He would not have beat Roy Jones. He would not have beat Bernard Hopkins. He would not have beat Bob Foster. He would not have beat Archie Moore. He would not have beat Edgar Charles. I just want people to realize this part here, yeah? He wouldn't have beaten these guys, right? Beterbiev is very good, but I'm not getting gassed by power. Anthony Yarde wasn't gassed by power. And what he done and how he performed, all the credit in the world to him. But Beterbiev, he's a G. I've got to be wrong, he's a G. But I knew that anyway. But there are flaws. And, you know what I mean? Somebody's going to exploit him. And I think that somebody's going to be Bivol.